Hi.
Hi.
We're starting
Welcome.
with the laughter.
Yeah, because we're trying to figure something out.
We're cracking
And-
ourselves up.
Yeah. And we thought, you know what? I think people are going to want to hear this.
Yeah.
So, we've been talking about hanging up on people and whether or not it's rude or not, and if people will be sad if we don't hang up on people, and what that says about you if you're sad that we don't hang up on people.
Yeah. Like, are the listeners going to be upset if we just scrap that stuff?
Yeah.
That
mean,
bit?
yeah.
Because it's funny.
I think it would be fun to do it at some point.
But it hasn't been working out.
No.
And it's really hard to do the logistics of calling someone for it to not sound like crap.
Yep. And then even then, it's hard to edit.
Then some people that we would really like to call and talk to
Yeah.
won't let us call them because they're afraid.
We'll hang up. We're just working through this, and we're trying to do something that feels authentically us. You know? What's authentically us? And that's why
You should see Jennifer's face right now.
I'm being totally authentic when I say it.
Okay, so this all started because you had a conversation with your brother earlier this week and you found it interesting.
Yes.
And so when something interests you, you send me a text.
Yes, whether you ask for it or not. Yeah.
And this week was busy for both of us, and so we didn't have as much time to plan. And then suddenly it was, oh, boom, Thursday.
I know, and here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, how about the conversation with your brother? Can we call Ben and talk about authenticity?
Right.
And
But
Ben won't talk to us.
he won't be hung up on.
Or even have the potential of being hung up on.
No, he won't talk to us because he might be hung up on, and he doesn't like that.
Ben is great, and I like talking to him on speaker with Jen sometimes.
Yep, we do that.
But he's going to be a difficult person to edit.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because he talks fast or because he's...
I have a feeling. I don't have a reason. I just have a gut feeling.
Okay.
And I kind of want to be lazy right now in the editing.
I get it.
We got a good thing going.
We're still working on all of the editing, and now we know how it works for both of us. So it is easy to get into this kind of chill vibe thing.
Yeah. So, no Ben. No call this week because we were poor planners. Let's be honest.
That's the truth of it.
And we also don't have that many friends.
We do. We have a lot of friends, but they won't talk to us on the air.
Yeah, and some people have lives and jobs.
Yeah.
Like it's only 4:30 right here right now. Most people are working.
And they're like, oh, I'd love to be on it. And then when it comes down to it, they're like, oh, my God, I can't. I would be so,
Yeah,
people
or
are worried.
I don't want to.
Yeah. So
I will act like an idiot. And it's like,
oh my God.
That's the point. We like that.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're
Why
aiming
are you
for.
special? But anyway.
So if you are just waiting for us to have that golden moment where we actually get to hang up on someone, stop now. Don't waste your time.
Probably be disappointed.
Go listen to another pod.
Listen to some podcast where they hang up on people if there
I don't
is
think
one.
anyone does that.
Yeah. It's kind of rude.
But also really fucking funny.
We're going to do it, but not today.
Hanging up on people is so cathartic.
It's satisfying. It really is.
And I think we all need a little bit of that right now.
I agree.
I miss when you could fight with someone or your parents, right? Like, get home, blah, blah, blah. You don't boss me, blah, and you hang up. Oh, man. Those were so good.
Doesn't happen anymore.
No.
Our lives are so different.
Like a diss via text message?
Yeah.
Not the same.
Can you hang up on a text message? No.
No.
You just don't reply, and then
Yeah.
it's not nearly as satisfying.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah.
Hate it. What was that from?
Hate it. Love you.
Wasn't that from In Living Color?
I don't know.
Hated it. We'll have to look that up.
Okay.
Okay. So, Ben, tell me about your conversation with Ben, since Ben will not be on the podcast.
Yeah. So we talked about social media. Ben doesn't do social media, and
he's a cool kid like me.
Well, you have a LinkedIn profile.
I do.
Not that you use it, but
nope.
But
I'm searched relatively often, it seems like.
Well, I searched because when we were first getting to know each other, I left my car just parked in front of your house, and I'm like, I should probably know her last name. if I'm going to do this. And I don't think I
it
did.
was just parking on a street.
I know, but I was like, maybe I should know who she is. And then so I looked up like, your name in our town and I found you and I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better. So
Because I had a LinkedIn profile, it makes me
yeah,
more reputable in
it
your
was
mind.
just like, okay, it's not like you couldn't steal my car from somewhere else if you were a car thief.
Did you leave me your keys?
I think I left you my key, so you could have just driven it somewhere.
Because it was winter,
Yeah.
and so if it got really cold,
You need to
I
be able
could
to
have
move it.
gone and started it
Yeah.
so the battery didn't drain and stuff.
It was fine. So, but I did look you up just to make sure because I was like, I've spent time hanging out with you, but I don't think I'd ever said, what's your last name? Anyway, it's all fine. Now we get along and stuff.
Ben does not even have a LinkedIn
He doesn't have a
profile. I
LinkedIn
don't
profile?
consider that social media.
So I kind of do now. And in fact, for me, it's the most depressing of all the social media platforms.
100%.
You agree?
Yes.
Okay. So why for you?
First of all, if you're that important at the business, you're not going to spend time on that shit. You got other shit to do.
Yeah, unless you're trying to be an influencer or whatever.
But like a business influencer? Like they have other shit to do. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like no one cares about your business shit ever.
Well, I don't.
I have a business partner. He hardly cares about our own business shit together.
That's funny. I don't know if that's a good thing though, but
I know probably 500 fellow business owners in this town.
yeah,
How many of them do I want to be social with?
7.
Maybe.
Maybe 7. Yeah, I mean, it's not really very social. And I think the thing that makes me depressed about it is either that everyone else is really doing great at their job or their business because people are always talking about it like,
Yeah.
I've just advanced in my career and I've just added this certification or
Yes.
my business has just done this, which I think is what it's for, is to be there and for you to talk about those things. But also, even if things are going pretty good for you, like you're doing good, it still feels a certain way to look at it and then see somebody else posting something.
That's all social media, though.
Yeah, I mean,
It's literally-
it's just with work.
It's just with work instead of
Yeah.
your personal life. Instead of, look at my amazing children.
Right.
Look at my new family picture.
Yes.
Look at me on vacation. Look at my French bulldog.
Was okay. That's
No one wants to see your French bulldog.
I once had
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is there not a social media app where all it is animals?
Oh, that's a good idea. We should do that.
I would be on that one.
Yeah.
Like, I want nothing to do with you
You
as
have
a
to-
person.
What if it's like this French bulldog has just advanced in his career? Then you wouldn't want to hear that.
No, okay. I want it to be dogs doing stupid dog shit.
Well,
Or
there's
cats doing stupid cat shit. Right? I don't want them like in outfits doing people things. I want it to be like
no outfits, never,
no.
not even one. Okay,
Maybe Halloween.
Christmas,
Halloween.
like a little. Okay.
Or if you have a short-haired dog and it's cold outside, I will permit that.
a sweater.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not like purposely you're dressing up your dogs all the time. That's annoying.
Yeah. Sure.
I want it to be, this is my dog puking up the food that he ate too quickly and the other dog coming in and eating it.
Oh, that would be really nice. I think that would be
Authentic.
Real.
I mean, they start doing the thing. And if you had somewhere to post it where other people would appreciate it, I would also not hate dogs taking shits. That's always super entertaining to me.
A friend of mine had an idea a long time ago, and I thought it was a bad one, for a coffee table book of dogs pooping. I don't think he ever did it, but he's a photographer. Brian Adams Photography in Tampa, Florida. He's a great wedding photographer and also has some great ideas for books.
He needed a different creative outlet.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I would rather see a picture of a dog taking a dump than a marriage photo.
Well, I probably would too if I really think about it. If I'm pressed,
if you walk into someone's
but
house,
I think after a lot of dog pooping photos, I might be like, let me get back to the wedding ones. You just see a lot of wedding ones.
Yeah, but it's just animals do stupid, hilarious stuff
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
make stupid faces.
And talk about authenticity. I'm going to keep bringing it back to that today. There's nothing more authentic than the look on a dog's face when he's pooping.
Yeah.
They're just poop normal. You know what I mean? So if there's like anxiety about it, you can see it. Everything is right there on their face.
I bet you they wouldn't even poop if we started uploading it to social media.
You might be right. They might be like, oh, no paparazzi.
I get it.
Yeah.
We need a sound effect.
Oh, let me see. Is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted, Ashley?
That was good. Thank you.
Maybe a subgenre.
They might revolt.
There's probably space for this on like an OnlyFans. Or
Ooh,
something
no,
like that
gets gross.
Can't you just do dogs pooping on OnlyFans? Couldn't you just do that?
I'm sure. I mean, someone's always jerking off to something, but I don't want to think about it.
Oh, God. It's not just for that, is it? I don't really know, to be honest.
I mean, I don't think so. But I think it's like a 80-20 split. I mean, there's like cooking videos and stuff, but I think you watch it just to jerk off to the person cooking.
Yuck. Okay. Gross. But so I did see something about who uses OnlyFans, and it was something like
the same people that use LinkedIn.
No. Well, that may be, but the Venn
diagram has a lot of overlap. I bet.
The creators are mostly women 18 to 25 or something like that.
Okay.
And the viewers are typically 30 to 50-year-old married men.
Yep.
So
that tracks. They don't want dog poop videos.
You don't think so?
No.
You're probably right. But who wants the dog poop videos anyway?
Weird people. Weird people.
They're on OnlyFans. There's got to be crossover.
Probably. There's weirdos there. But yeah, pet social media account. That's what we need.
Yeah.
That's the only one I would partake in.
Okay. Well.
And then have my LinkedIn profile that has nothing on it and gets updated once every 5 years when I get a new headshot.
Yeah. You look good in it. You look younger.
That was only a year ago, bitch.
I don't even remember.
It was a long year.
No, it has to be more than a year ago.
No.
Okay. Was it right after you tried to steal my car that you put it up? I remember thinking it looked fine, but headshots, they don't look very, what's the word?
Authentic.
They don't look very authentic to me. So it didn't look like you exactly.
Really?
I mean, it looks like you, but like fancier, I guess.
Well, okay, because if anyone knows me in a picture, I'm going to make a stupid face every time.
It's not what you look like most of the time. I have evidence.
No, I usually have a furrowed brow and a clenched jaw because I'm holding all my rage in.
And that's hard to do. You got to really
I got a strong jaw.
But so what my brother and I were talking about is there was a while ago, there was this concept that you should bring your authentic self to work. It was part of the Brene Brown.
Okay, she's still a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is. So the contradiction of that is what bugged me and what I was talking to Ben about. You bring your authentic self to work, right? But people aren't typically authentic there. And then we discussed how it's not really authentic. It's more like an authentic vibe. You just got to kind of seem authentic. Like you're
on LinkedIn or at work?
On LinkedIn and at work. Everywhere when you're working. Like, unless you work for yourself and you have a small business and you can be truly yourself, I think.
Well, that's me.
Yeah, and sort of me. But there are people that I'm going to meet with that I may not be fully myself with. But it's a vibe. You can't come in there looking like a robot or acting like a robot or whatever.
Who's real self? What?
What?
Robot?
I don't know. It is nice to meet you. I would like to sell you my services. I don't know. But like I'm going to say this, and again, it might be offensive to someone, but like a realtor kind of has that vibe.
No. You don't have. Do not. Okay.
I know you love your realtor.
No. Oh, no. Okay. I have so many things to say about realtors.
But
first, you need to stop saying this might offend someone.
Oh, I have to stop saying that?
Yeah.
How will they know that I know that it might be offensive?
Well, who cares? Why do you care that it might offend realtors?
I don't know. They're tough women. All women, they're older women. They know people in town. They come for you. You don't fuck with them, man. But they've got like this kind of positive vibe. They're like doing this and they kind of seem like they're getting stuff done and they're whopping around and they all seem real busy, you know?
Yeah, yeah. No, and some are definitely busy and most are
Yeah.
probably not.
A realtor we know said that something like 90% of the houses are sold by 10% of the realtors or something like that.
So, yes, realtors are phony.
There's like a thing about them that have some kind of vibe that makes them seem like real, but they're not. You know?
Okay, what are other professions that do that? That have this aura? It's almost like an aura around them, right?
Well,
That they're
marketing.
projecting this
Marketing
person that you know they're not.
as a marketing person, there's not a ton of authentic stuff going on in marketing, but they always will tell you every time you talk to anyone, they want you to be your authentic self. They'll say it all the time. If you're doing social media for someone, the best thing you can do is be authentic
Yeah.
in what you're doing. And so they will tell you to be authentic, but it won't be authentic. It'll be an authentic vibe. You know what I mean? It's more of a vibe.
It'll be the persona
Of-
of yourself that you want to project as authentic but isn't authentic. Most of the time. I think there are probably some people that show their real self.
Yeah, there are some, and some of those people are successful too, particularly successful with that. I can't think of one, but I'm sure they're out there.
So I don't even know why I have an opinion on this.
You're on LinkedIn, and you deal with it's like sales in general, kind of a
Yeah, I'm just thinking of when I talk to people in my day-to-day business activities as a small business owner.
Yeah.
I think most of my people are authentic.
Your customers?
Yeah.
And are you authentic with them all the time?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I wouldn't
You've
say
done it
all the time because there are times where we're in a tricky situation, right? Like maybe something that we're like cursing because equipment's not
Something messed
working
up.
or something messed up or we forgot something or
Yeah.
and the second they walk in, I'm not like fucking goddamn fuck. But
Yeah.
if they say, "Hey, how's your day going?" I go, "Well, I kind of have this project that's kicking our ass."
Yeah. So just
So
polite and appropriate.
politely authentic is what I am. Appropriately authentic.
Yeah.
But it took a while to get there, probably.
Yeah. I think
And, okay, some people's authentic is nice. Some people's authentic is really annoying and no one wants to see that.
How do you know if it's you? I'm sure there's like a Cosmopolitan survey or something we can pull up about that.
And
How
I'm
do you know if your authenticity is wrong?
if your authenticity is likable? Well, I mean, if people want to talk to you or not. People keep coming back.
Yeah.
People notice if you're gone from an establishment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like when you have a waitress, let's say. You can tell the waitresses that are pretending to be friendly to get the tip versus the waitresses that are just naturally likable.
Yeah.
So it is, I guess, maybe more a vibe, like
It's
you
a
said.
vibe. Authenticity professionally and a lot of stuff and on all social media is really just a vibe.
Well, everything on social media is fake.
Not always, but mostly. But let me give you an example. So this is one of the things I brought up with my brother.
So what was his stance?
That you really, can't
Be
your
100%.
authentic self. He was talking about it at his work because he doesn't do social media. But he was like, if somebody comes in and you have a rapport with another person, you can maybe be a little bit more yourself.
Yeah.
But when somebody else enters, that's done. You're more professional. But what I was talking to him about is this girl, a contact from Tampa. And she's a marketing person, and she bought in on the whole bring your authentic self to work, right? And she started posting these really personal videos about her depression. And I was like, I feel for her having depression, but this LinkedIn is not the place for it.
Oh, she was posting these
on LinkedIn. and then I was like, that's not really.
Oh.
Like
I might pee myself.
From that? I was like, this is a mistake. Is someone going to tell her that? And
so she was your coworker?
No. She was just a person I was friends with, and she's in the same business.
Business
she's
circle. She was a acquaintance,
a fellow marketing person. And I was like, this is a mistake. The authentic self is not like that. Like authentic is like best self, vibe, projection, not I'm going to actually go on LinkedIn and talk about my suicidal ideation. That's not the place for it. And maybe that's not right to say it, but and then Ben was like, "Is it on Facebook?" And I was like, "No. More so than LinkedIn. And it's definitely not an Instagram thing." I'm going to say
Okay, where do you post your suicidal ideations then?
I don't know.
I think it's totally a gram thing.
TikTok?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's too fast.
Yeah, you just got to be quick about it. Instagram.
You just say, dance move. Want to slip my wrist? Dance move. Cut.
Hold on. We may need to do a trigger warning here for that.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
No.
We're not. We don't care.
I'm making you less liberal one step at a time.
It's not going to work. So I think you can talk on TikTok about something that's serious like that. And I think the gram is for pictures.
I mean, I hate all of this. I hate all of this so much you don't even know.
Well, I guess a question for the audience would be, where is the best place to actually be your authentic self on social media, even if that includes your depression or mania or whatever? Is there a place, or is this just
okay?
personal?
First of all, if you are a person who is depressed, or anxious, don't fucking be on social media.
I think there's ways that social media can help people.
But then it should be like a private support group or something. Like,
it's just really hard to get. I mean,
and then sometimes too, if it's like I'm a depressed person and I'm around other depressed people, like that can just be
make it worse. Yeah.
So first of all, no, 100% don't put it on the LinkedIn.
I mean, just think LinkedIn is the one for sure.
What were people responding to?
Like, do
you remember?
I just called a friend of hers, like a friend of a friend, and said, can you just maybe recommend that she not do that? Because I didn't know her well enough to say. And I'm like, this is not a good thing for you to be doing. I really felt for her because I get what it means to be depressed and all of that. I don't think LinkedIn's the place for it. And,
okay.
Anyway,
do you think she was just pretending to be depressed?
No.
Are you sure?
No, it was a video going on about all kinds of stuff. And she was in like a white T-shirt looking terrible. And like, I decided to come on LinkedIn looking like my natural self. And that was not the platform for it. And I think when we say authentic self, there's truth in it. But I think that it has to be more of a vibe and not like your actual deep feelings exposed on a social platform. And I didn't even look at the comments. My secondhand embarrassment was so bad for her. I felt bad for her. I was like, this is...
Okay, people are not as mean on LinkedIn. Right?
I mean, I think they probably were like, bring it, girl. Love that authentic self or something like that. I don't know. I do think people are a little bit nicer on LinkedIn, but I've seen some stuff get ugly on there. People get out there and they try, and I admire the trying, but to me, I just can't with the LinkedIn.
I would prefer that all people be a little bit more genuine.
Yeah.
I hate people that are phony. It's one of my top pet peeves.
Yeah.
People that say something like it's really important to them and then act the complete opposite. And businesses are phony in general. Like when you look at websites and it's like, our motto is blah, 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 blah. And honesty and blah, blah. It's like, shut the fuck up. We're all going to lie to each other a little bit.
Yeah. We're doing our best is maybe a motto. We're trying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody would like that either.
So we have a service contract for the HVAC units to be maintained.
Okay.
Once a year, they come. Last time the guy came, nice guy, did his thing. This guy that came this last week, oh my God. He was just terrible at his job. And I wasn't a dick about it. And my business partner wasn't a dick about it. You could tell he was frustrated, and he would be calling his coworker in front of us being like, I don't know what I'm doing. Blah, blah, blah. This is like the hardest thing I've ever done. It's making me second guess my career choices.
Yeah, I'm not good at this.
Yeah.
I should try that.
Yeah. So he left, and I was all, man, that was like rough. And then I get the thing from the HVAC company being like, how did our team do? You should give us. And I was like, I'm not going to. No.
You didn't do it?
No.
Ah, good. I wouldn't have.
Because
they'll never know that this guy is terrible.
But with other people, that would have probably really offended lots of people. But I sort of respected it like, well, shit. Like, you knew where he was the whole time on that service call.
Yeah. Where are you at emotionally on this?
He was at, I want to take a baseball bat and beat the shit out of this wall unit.
I hate my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was fine with that.
Yeah, I think I would prefer that too. I'd actually find it kind of refreshing, but also I would want them to do it right. So as long as they were bitching and then in the end, whatever needed to be done was done, or if it wasn't done, he told you. And you get the sense that that guy would tell you.
Yeah, we kept asking. Like, I'd be like, do you need a hand? He's like, no, I'll get it.
I got it.
The other guy just made it look so easy.
It'll hurt me probably.
Yeah, he left and there was like dirt all over our wall and blood. He had somehow like bled and hurt himself. It was a thing. But that was very authentic.
Yeah.
And so I think these people that say, oh, I want authenticity, I think they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Because that would have put a lot of people off. Where my business partner and I both thought it was funny and refreshing.
Yeah. I want the world to be more like that, you know? Bring your authentic selves, people.
Well, I wish.
But don't do it on LinkedIn.
I wish everyone would do it all the time. I just think some personalities can't do it.
Yeah. I
think you're one of them.
If
you had to be honest with people all the time, it would kill you.
No, I mean,
you would be so exhausted. Like if I had to like say nice things to people all the time to preserve their feelings, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I can maybe do 4 hours. That's it.
That's a lot longer than I would have said. I never know who I can be fully honest with until you start talking, and then you kind of get it.
I'm friends with all these people on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit.
Well, you're not
they do
friends
in their
with
professional life.
You're connected.
Yeah, I hate that. Oh,
Yeah.
Connected.
You're not friends.
Like, I hate that too. Like at a business thing where someone's like, so-and-so just, like, I don't give a shit. No one gives a shit in this room. Why are we all going to clap about this? We are all selfish human beings.
Well,
and I have about enough energy to care for like 4 people.
I definitely can't care for 500. I should say there are genuinely some people that I'm happy when something good has happened or they've changed jobs and I know it was terrible.
But you know who those people are? The people that I like text at least once a week. Not the people I see once a year.
Well, sometimes there's people I used to work with that I think were really good at their jobs or something, or a business that I used to work with that is something good has happened to them. They have a new partnership with XYZ, and I know they were working for it, and then I can be happy. But for the most part, I do not care. The 500 people I'm connected to, you're right, I probably care about 20.
Yeah.
And the rest, and I'll just like whatever they put. I may not even read it. I might just go up to it and go, great job. I don't care what it said.
At least you interact. I don't even do it. I don't even know how to do the thing or post something. I wouldn't even know.
Well, if you ever need help, I can help you.
I don't want to.
I'll charge you
I will. The next time I do anything, it'll be when I change my headshot in like 12 more months.
Okay.
And you can say, that does not look
that
like
looks young.
That woman looks friendly.
That's way young and friendly and done up and stuff like that.
That's all it is. I just put on makeup.
My headshot that I had taken by a very sweet guy who I really like is the least authentic I've ever looked in my life. And I got so many more compliments on like, oh, you've got Jennifer to smile naturally. I'm like, no, they didn't. I don't know.
But maybe that's really what your smile is and you don't know.
No.
Do you smile in the mirror? Do you go like, oh, what do I look like
when
I'm really happy?
You know I get up there and I go, hey, girl, like that. And I smile at myself. I get my endorphins going by telling myself I look good.
Do you do your self-affirmations?
No, but I should.
Look in the mirror.
And I'm good enough? I would say, I'll go further. I am good. Just that. No, I don't, but I could. And I don't think it's bad to do it.
Look in the mirror and give yourself affirmations?
Sure, why the heck not? Nobody's there.
I think that's sad as fuck.
Well, I'm sorry.
This is why I'm not friends with very many women.
Yeah.
Like, if I go into a woman's house and there's a thing on her mirror that says something to herself, fuck you. Fuck you all the way.
What if you're at an event and it's a big event and everybody's kind of dressed up? It's like one of those once a year things. A gala.
Ooh, a gala.
A gala. But anyway, so you're in there and it's just hectic and crazy. I've seen this in movies. This has not happened to me in real life. But then you see this girl and you're like, oh my God, my hair is terrible. Do you ever go like, girl, you look incredible. Don't even doubt yourself like that. Would you say that in that situation?
If her hair looked terrible, no, I would not say.
What if it looked good and you knew she was probably just feeling bad about herself or fishing for compliments? You weren't sure.
I would probably not say anything and leave.
I would do it. And then they'd be like,
because you are a people pleaser.
They'd be like, I don't care. What you don't look good, so I do not care what you think. And then I'd be like, oh, why did I?
And then you would give them your genuine smile.
Well, anyway, okay. I have one more thing to say about that. But then, as I think I've told you on my Facebook page, with the advent of AI, I have done some fun, like, testing it out. So in the fall, I had a picture and my hair looked kind of bad in it. It was like all matted on one side.
Jennifer has challenging hair.
I have challenging hair.
For anyone who doesn't know her hair is a lot.
It's got curl
it's
under
only curly in one part that's in the middle of her head. So then the rest of it is like
it's just
flat stuff around this bird's nest of curly hair.
It's got texture stuff going on and whatever. But anyway, so my hair looked weird. So I was joking around.
Good face, bad hair.
Could be the other way around, and I think anyway.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. But so I was like, maybe just as for funsies, I was like, maybe I'll put on some AI hair. They have apps where you can put hair on. My hair looked ridiculous. It looked very, very obviously fake and very bad and funny. I thought I looked funny, so I posted that again. Boom. Like, and I don't know.
Which is neutral.
Who
knows what that means?
It wasn't a laugh, except for a couple people I haven't seen in 25 years are like, you look amazing in that picture that doesn't look anything like you. I'd like everybody to try this. Create an AI picture of yourself and post it and see if people like it better or worse than the actual you. And then send us an email. hanginguppodcast@gmail.com and tell us so that we know.
But I want to see the photos.
Yeah, and send the photos if you don't mind. Send the photos because, and I want to know.
Will you do one for me?
Yeah, of course. Girl, I'll get you LinkedIn with some fun stuff, man.
No, I'm not doing it for me.
Armageddon.
I don't want the AI. I'm not doing none of it.
Oh.
Someone can do it for me.
What do you mean do it for you?
You have pictures of me. Just take a picture and chat GPT it.
To what?
I don't know.
Then what am I going to do with that picture when I have it?
Post it and see if people say, oh, you look good.
I have to post. They'll be like, that doesn't even look like her.
You'll be like, I got a face transplant. You haven't heard? Oh, that's funny. Okay, so that'll be a fun social experiment.
Yeah, just see if your AI does better than you and then ask yourself what that means.
Anything else about being genuine? Instead of talking about people that are completely not genuine?
Have you seen the movie Crazy People?
No.
It's with Dudley Moore.
Yeah.
Okay. In Crazy People, he does advertising. And he's sort of gone crazy.
Buy Volvos. They're boxy, but they're good. We know they're not sexy. This is not a smart time to be sexy anyway, with so many new diseases around. Be safe instead of sexy. Right. Volvo. Boxy, but good.
I love that ad.
There's a bunch of other ones that he does, too, that are pretty funny. There's like a whole thing, but
where he was being honest in the advertising.
Yes. See if I can find another one.
Is this some fucking joke?
Oh, this is lovely. Truth and travel?
Huh?
Forget France. The French can be annoying. Come to Greece. We're nicer.
So?
We're nicer.
The French pride themselves on being annoying. In Paris, they have contests. I mean, they're eligible for huge prizes.
Quaker Oats. Does this cereal taste great? Who knows? But at least the box is cute.
Right.
The box is cute?
The box is cute.
This is truly nuts.
That's also a very
Jaguar,
good
sleek
clip.
and smart.
Okay.
The box.
For men who'd like hand jobs from beautiful women they hardly know.
That's what all of these ads really mean. Men buy these cars because of it, so why don't we just come out and say, hey, we know what you want. Here it is. This is for that.
I love that.
I don't know where this goes. from here.
Jaguar for men who like to get hand jobs from beautiful women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Straight up.
straight up. We all know it. We all know these things in our head.
You can sell the balls out of it because most of us know, we recognize what's not authentic. And we're like, I have to be authentic in a different way. You know, not like me, because that's not going to work. So you have to come up with the right, you know, the right kind of authenticity for the moment.
Because I find, I am not that person.
Well,
I have been, like, internally, I guess, I've grown and done all these things. But if you look at me in, like, 9th grade and look at me now, you're like, oh, yeah, that's the same fucking person. I'm pretty sure she's wearing the same fucking shoes. Like, my person on the outside
that may be true.
has been the same for a really long time.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I mean,
so I guess that's what you're projecting.
I don't think I'm the same. I don't think I look outwardly the same as I did in high school.
No, I've seen those pictures. You do not.
I mean, I don't think I felt authentically me in high school. I don't think I felt. I mean, I knew who I was. I just didn't know who the world would accept. I didn't.
Or you didn't know where you fit in the world, maybe.
Yeah, it's like when you have a sense of self and you know who you are, you don't hate who you are. For me, it's not really so much that I hate who I am or that I've struggled with, accepting myself. I accepted myself. I just didn't know how to put that out there in the world because I didn't know what people would accept. So you just sort of temper your thing. I don't know where I fit in all kinds of different ways, but in like fashion, I could do fashion if I had anything that ever fit my body that I could buy off a rack.
You will soon.
When I was younger. Well, it didn't matter even then. I never had the right proportions. I have a caboose and all of this business going on, and there's nothing off the rack that fit me. And so I never wanted to dress up or be whatever. And at some point,
that's not a thing anymore.
what? No, not anymore.
Full figured clothing.
I think my body, I loved the way my body looked without clothes on. I thought I looked great. I thought it looked spectacular. And,
But then you had to put clothes on and it was like, shit.
I had to put clothes on it and it never felt like me. Oh, look at me. I like this. I just hate all fashion or something, but I don't put on like my shirt today and think this is me. I just like it, So this idea that you kind of curate an appearance is nuts, but I think a lot of young women enjoy that part.
Well, yes. Young people. I don't think it's just women. I think young people
Enjoy
enjoy
like clothes and stuff and
presenting something to the world.
yeah. I mean, men maybe more so now. I think in Minnesota, like men would be gay if they liked how they cared how they looked or something. Back in that time. When
I think it's just a thing that, again, some different personalities. But
yeah.
I don't know.
There's money to be made in that space, and I hate that people make money by pretending to be authentic in ways that they aren't. And I don't know. Sometimes I just feel overwhelmed by the inauthenticity of the world. I feel like.
But do you feel that when you go out and about in your daily life, like to the grocery
Sometimes-
store
Not at the grocery store.
where
should
you're
hang-
talking,
I should hang out there.
or I don't know, just
Yeah, but
daily things.
out at a bar or where people are out to be seen or pick someone up, any of those places, and even at work. I feel like this is going to sound weird, but I feel like I can kind of see people for who they are a lot of the times, but I'm not always right. But like, I feel like I can see if somebody's, not, they're having another feeling or something's going on, and I want to connect with them about those things. I do. I hate walking around and having inconsequential, stupid conversations, and I want to get deep all the time. That's why not everybody wants to hang out with me. But
That's true.
so the part about being deep, people all want to hang out with me. But
Yes.
yeah. But so
I meant that in a nice way,
I know you did. I could tell you had a nice look on your face.
not in a snarky way.
But
Like, yeah, Jen's not very good at just having a conversation with someone that's
a small
surface.
talk. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the problem now is it's mainly politics.
Yeah.
You're like, and I want to talk about politics. And people are like, bitch,
And
I'm fucking overwhelmed. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
yeah, and I know it's just what I'm thinking about, but I'll talk about other things. But if anybody wants to know what I'm thinking about, it's probably tariffs or cutting school lunch programs or something like that. That's just what I'm genuinely thinking about. But even
on
then,
the authenticity thing, what is something that you think you could be better at being more upfront
I don't know
with
that. Yeah,
yourself?
with
Like,
myself.
like about yourself to other people. Like maybe a part of you that you're.
I feel like I'm being led to something. I'm trying to.
No.
Okay.
I'm just honestly curious if there's anything.
Well, you'd know better than me. No, I mean, I don't know. I keep trying. I keep trying. In my last relationship, I felt like there wasn't a way for me to be some girl who was trying to look pretty. I didn't feel like anybody would believe it. But inside of me, there was a girl who did want to look pretty, attractive. Because I have this, it's like I said, I always felt comfortable, like my body was great. I don't feel that way in this exact moment, but I felt like for most of my time in my life, like this, it's a banging, I love my body. I love it. I look great naked. But then I just didn't feel like it was acceptable for me to be outwardly pretty. I don't know how to put that, but
Okay. This is going to sound horrible.
Oh, okay, good.
Is it because you had lesbian moms?
I don't know. I mean, I think that to some extent there was.
And not like new school lesbians, like, oh, look. But old school, we're going to be out and proud and not care about our makeup and our things.
Well, I would say that if Gail weren't like just beautiful.
So she was always putting on makeup and having the hairstyles.
No
and
makeup, just beautiful naturally. Just came out natural beauty. Just somehow one of the most beautiful people. Everybody sees it. They see her and they're like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, so maybe I felt like.
But you didn't have anyone in your life that was like, hey, let's go shopping and teach you what's
No.
good for your body.
My mom once told me, why is it every time I try to buy you something dressy, you come back with a new pair of sweatpants or something like that, or workout clothes? Because I wanted to be an athlete. I was an athlete then.
And I think that's fine to be a tomboy and not give a shit most of the time. But when there's a moment where you're like, oh, I'm going to
I didn't know how to
feel
do that.
sexy today. You didn't have anyone who taught you how to do it.
I definitely didn't. And I think just being a Midwesterner, you're also kind of, while I would see women getting the benefits of being an attractive girl, there was also a certain amount of judgment around it. It's ostentatious or being whatever. And although there were definitely girls who were pretty, you just had to be naturally pretty, be able to do your hair, and not be too showy. And there was a part of me who, as I was older, was like, I want to be showy. And I didn't feel like my friends or myself or my authentic vibe, people were going to believe that of me. So that's one of the reasons why when I met, I was able to do that. And she walked me through, she was like, You can't do your thing like that. You got to get your face. You can't have hair in your nose coming out. You can't do this. Why do you have that? This is going on. And you have to do your hair. Why aren't you doing your hair? We're going somewhere nice. You can't look like that. Put on something cuter. You can wear something cute. Here, let me find you something. And to everybody else that I knew, they were like, she's abusive. But I was like,
Okay, someone's trying to show me a skill that I didn't have.
Never had. And I would tell friends that, can you help me put makeup on today? They'd be like, yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. I'm like, I feel like I got some tools to work with here. Can somebody help me? But
even in high school and stuff?
Oh my God, yeah, no, absolutely not. Well, but I probably was less into it in high school.
But like college.
This came later.
Even
college,
then you didn't care.
No, I think not until like my 30s. And I was like, I really feel like I've got something to work with and I'm not doing it. And I think I could be beneficial to me in my life. But the authenticity was more important. And authenticity meant that's not you because that's not the you that we've accepted and know.
But the authentic you is like, you're going to not give a shit 80% of the time. And then 20% you really want to give a shit.
Yes, I should have come into that earlier. I think the question was something related to that, and I believe I've answered it.
Well, is the question that you want to learn to put on makeup better?
I mean, I've had a lot of people try, and
I'm not saying your makeup's bad.
Well, it's just not great.
Or like to, those things that maybe you still feel like, oh, I'm not that confident in doing my hair. I'm not that confident in dressing up for the thing.
Yeah, I would.
From time to time that I feel I want to dress up for.
I could still benefit from somebody who could help with that, especially as my body's changed over time. But absolutely, I would always appreciate anybody who could do that. But
that's always a challenge.
Yeah.
I know.
But, and the person who did the best for me by all that was she always did. And she saw everything that was beautiful about me. She did. She really got it. She's like, you can use this and you have this. I don't have that. Your body's different like that. This is beautiful. I love it. Look at that. And you should wear this. And I had some good looking moments.
Heck yeah.
So so for whatever it is about that person whom I would bleep if I could find the bleep button, I can do it later.
Fine. Leave it in there. I think
it's the best thing about her. And it was like two people coming together in that moment me to help her with one thing and her to help me to show that part of myself, which really upset my other friends who thought I was not being myself. They thought I was being a fake person for her. Instead of realizing that she was finally allowing me in my late life to feel this way. Every single friend that I have in my life is beautiful.
Thank you.
The most beautiful person in any place that I go, that's my friend. And so, and for whatever reason, and I say that with all sincerity.
Then they should be willing to help you.
They would, but they are like focused on their beauty and their stuff, and they've got all their issues tied up with that.
Well, the thing is probably that they just don't even think about it.
No, they don't have to. I know some worry about it or whatever, but
But they don't understand that it's not a thing that just comes naturally for some people.
Yeah.
My mom, I grew up with a hairdresser, and so she taught me from like a short, very young age. She'd be like, you don't do that. There needs to be this much space in between your eyebrows. And
it's so helpful.
It needs to, you have this shaped face. This is what you should,
Yes. And those things change, but and
then it would get outdated.
Yeah.
Like it would be the new things. I'd be like, Mom, I want to try the new thing. And she's like, I don't know that. I'm going to show you this thing from 1982.
Exactly. Like you got I don't know. Now you have to have your eyebrows all like combed or something now, and it's different. But
bushy.
The
bushy eyebrows are back. I love it.
I try to do it and then it doesn't quite work. But I don't know what I'm doing. But I love it. If there was somebody who was like, I'm going to spend my time fixing you up, helping me do that, I would enjoy a little bit of attention sometimes. But again,
let's do that.
Nope.
Yeah, let's just go to a Sephora day.
I've done that before, and then they're the worst.
They're the worst?
I need a real pro. I need to go to Hollywood. I need one of them gay men.
You don't want that much makeup.
No, they can do a really good job.
Okay, then we need to find...
I need to find an absolutely exquisite gay man or woman or whatever.
We need to find a 14-year-old girl that does nothing but watch makeup tutorials. I'm going to ask my niece. Because every time I see her, I'm all, girl,
I
your
will-
makeup. And she's like, yeah, watch this thing. That's all young girls do now.
I will
Watch fucking makeup tutorials, and they know all the things.
I'll come out looking pretty weird. But I need a professional. I probably need Queer Eye, if you could call them.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because they do that now. They're like, oh, look at that frumpy. And then they insult all your things. And in the end, somehow everybody looks better.
Is there like a perfect time when we should do this? Maybe we do like little steps along the way. Not go buy the whole wardrobe because that's a waste of fucking money.
I know. And I mostly buy from the thrift stores.
Well,
So much stuff is junky. But not everybody in this town has the same style that I have. I don't like as many things that are like blessed.
Even though oh God.
Blessed
Okay.
boy mom.
You make it sound like we live in podunk. It's not that bad.
I mean,
But
seriously, like the angel, there's a lot.
I've also seen some of the things you pick for yourself, and I'm like, are you trying to make yourself look like a 75-year-old church volunteer?
Yeah. No, I think that's how you're supposed to dress here. And if you're going to something professional, and people are like, I'm a school marm.
No.
Yeah.
People here are pretty cash.
I know. But there's like a casual marm.
That is so not true.
I think it's true.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that later.
Did we get to everything we were going to talk about?
Yeah. Well, we
did.
didn't have a plan, so
I know.
it worked out.
We sort of talked about it beforehand.
It worked out.
Yeah.
I went first last week on hanging up,
Oh.
so you have to go this week.
I've just been, I think you should go first because I had to divulge all of the things about my life for the past year.
Year? We were talking since the wet t-shirt contest in 88. We went over a lot.
Might have been 92. I don't remember.
We'll do the maths.
I think it was college graduation, so it would have been later. By the way, every time we talk about everything, I think if somebody were trying to get my identity and rob it from me, they could get all kinds of information from these things.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You know that they can get it already anyways,
Probably.
especially with how much you're on the internet.
Well, that may be true.
So don't be paranoid.
I am paranoid, and that's going to stay that way.
Okay. I am going to hang up on LinkedIn. I think I should just get rid of it.
Okay.
I don't even ever use it. You made me realize, like, I don't know. It's
I
like
thought
nothing.
you were going to, what excuse will you have to take a new headshot in 1 year?
Shit. Just to make myself feel good. I don't know.
I can help you with your makeup.
I mean, I just do it I just do when there's free ones.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't pay for them. It's
Yeah.
like so-and-so is doing this thing at this benefit, or it's like $15, like something affordable.
Yeah, okay.
Plus, I could just like have you do it. Like it'll be
I'll do
an
it.
authentic headshot.
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
It would be like Ashley making a face.
Yep.
Throwing up some peace
Jump.
signs.
Wearing a onesie.
Yeah. I don't do that often, y'all.
Yeah.
You don't even know. And we, not the onesies like babies wear, the ones that adults wear to be ironic
A romper.
in the winter time.
Yeah. Oh, not a romper.
No, that's a,
Different thing.
yeah. Yeah, I have
See?
those too.
It's part of my persona to not know.
What the
So
things are.
if I actually figure it out and I get really into it, then I won't want to. So I just want to be like beautiful, like you said, 20%, 10% of the time, really get in there and dig in.
Yeah.
Just have a day where I look good and I'll be like, I don't even care.
I feel like it's once a month. I feel
Okay.
like if I'm feeling down on myself, I just need to go out into public once a month, somewhere where I know I'm going to be attractive than all the other women. And I'm like, oh, I'm good. Confidence back.
That would be fun.
So you can do that.
I will try it.
You can do that. Where
will
can
try
we
it.
go? We'll figure out somewhere. We'll touch up and touch base, let you guys know how it went.
Oh, yeah. Should go good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to sound horrible, but you know where you go?
What?
Indigo Girls concert.
Oh, God. No, that's a different thing. Although,
You're going to be attractive than most other women there.
see, you can't
You
say
know
that.
it's true.
No, you can't say that.
Yes.
Have you ever seen the Ellen DeGeneres show where she comes out?
Yes, but like
episode she
when it
comes out?
really happened, not like recently.
Yes, a few years ago. Well, there's the part where her best friend, Paige, her best friend is, I guess, attractive by comparison to Ellen in her mind. And she walks into the women's music festival and she just stops and says, I have never felt more beautiful.
See?
That's weird. I don't think that's true, though. There's some pretty hot women out there.
But that's a date. That's if Billie Eilish. No, you're not going to win at a Billie Eilish concert.
I'm going to win wherever I go.
Ooh, confidence. It's turning
No,
around, people. I'm snapping, but you can't hear.
No, it's not about winning. It's just about being my best self
Oh my God, don't make me puke.
on my journey.
No, it is literally about going somewhere and being like, oh my God, I look better than these people. And if they're younger than you, it makes you feel even better.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would feel bad making that kind of a
And that's not even
gesture.
a woman's problem. That's just a people problem.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm working on it.
You got it. So I'm going to get rid of my LinkedIn.
Okay.
It's phony. It's stupid. You know what I'm going to do with my headshot? I'm just going to print it out and set it on my desk in a frame.
Most wanted. Like a most wanted poster.
It's going to say my authentic work persona. I'm going to set it on my desk.
Not a vibe.
Not a vibe.
I like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Your turn.
Apparently I'm hanging up on dairy. Which
What?
I don't want to. I know. It's just what the person said I had to do. The dietitian, but
Oh my God.
I'm not going to do it.
You should do it.
Well,
All dairy
that's for
or
inflammation.
Or
So
just from a cow?
dairy and gluten. I don't know. Whatever
Both?
causes
She
inflammation.
gave you both the 1-2 punch?
Not necessarily. She sent me recipes, and one of them was like a quesadilla. So I'm like, well,
What?
I guess we're not doing dairy and gluten this
Yeah,
month.
that's
but
literally all it is.
yeah. What I want to hang up on most in terms of like health and lifestyle, instead of making everything about going out and having food,
Yeah.
just finding different things to do that are more fun that I can do without pain in my body. But that one's too depressing. So let me think about something else.
Go back to the dairy one. I'm a firm believer that most people should not eat dairy.
I know.
So you might feel way better if you don't.
I might. All right. Well, maybe I'll do that. What was it? We said something about authentic, assertive self. No, I can't make that commitment.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the assertive self. We talked about it earlier.
I don't even remember
If
what
it
was.
makes it into the edit.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm hanging up on oversharing.
You're not even started on oversharing.
I'm not hanging up on oversharing on podcasts.
I was so happy with all of your stories tonight.
Oh, good.
I was like, look at Jen with the vulnerability.
I don't think
that's the word.
No, and I don't think I should be doing that. So I'm going to fix that. But yeah. Anyway.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
Watching,
Listening.
we appreciate it.
We love you very much.
Happy April.
Happy spring. Bye.
Bye. And you're supposed to follow, subscribe.
Like, follow, and subscribe at Hanging Up Podcast on YouTube.
Boom.
Boom. Bye-bye.